All right, viewers, let's quickly dive into the latest that is coming in from the national capital. It's the eve of tele-elections and the battle is only intensifying. The BJP today released its second manifesto for the upcoming Delhi elections. BJP's announced free education and one-time financial assistance for the youth. Amidst this, a political war has exploded over Arvind Kejriwal misquoting Ramayan while trying to mock the BJP. Hitting back, the BJP turned Arvind Kejriwal as a Chunavi Hindu.
रावण आया सोने का हिरण बनके आया कि नहीं आया?
Mahabharat breaks out over Arvind Kejriwal misquoting Ramayan. While taking a pot shot at the BJP, former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal stoked a row by misquoting Ravan's role in Sita's abduction.
एक दिन रामचंद्र जी खाने का इंतजाम करने जंगल में गए। माता सीता को अपनी झोपड़ी में छोड़ गए और लक्ष्मण को बोले कि तू सीता मैया की रक्षा करेगा। इतने में रावण आया सोने का हिरण बनके। सीता मैया लक्ष्मण को बोली मेरे को ये हिरण चाहिए। लक्ष्मण के पास चारा नहीं था, लक्ष्मण चला गया और वो रावण अपना वेश चेंज करके और सीता मैया का हरण करके ले गया।
The BJP slammed Kejriwal for misinterpreting Ramayan, calling him a Chunavi Hindu.
उस सोने के मुंह से जो शीश महल में सोना लगा है, अरविंद केजरीवाल आज तक बाहर नहीं आ रहे हैं। उनकी नानी उनको सुनाती थी कि राम मंदिर नहीं बनना चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसी कौन सी रामायण इन्होंने सुनी है जिसमें उन्होंने श्री रामायण की भी गलत व्याख्या की है। अब वो तो अधर्मी है, वो तो क्षमा मांगेंगे नहीं, लेकिन उनके इस अधर्म के लिए आज मंगलवार का दिन है, हम पूरा दिन उपवास करेंगे।
AAP leaders jumped to Kejriwal's defense.
जिसने बिजली फ्री रावण के अपमान पे उपवास कर रहे हैं ये, तो इसलिए अब मैं दिल्ली के लोगों से कहना चाहता हूं, इनसे बच के रहिए। ये राक्षस कुल के लोग हैं, ये आपका भक्षण भी कर सकते हैं, इनसे सावधान रहिए। ये रावण को अपना वंशज मानते हैं, रावण को अपना कुल देवता मानते हैं।
Amid the war of words, it is raining freebies in the national capital. The BJP released its second manifesto for the upcoming Delhi Assembly election, featuring free education and 15,000 rupees one-time financial assistance for youth preparing for competitive examinations. The manifesto drew flack from the Aam Aadmi Party.
अब हमारी कल्पना ये है कि दिल्ली में सरकारी शिक्षण संस्थानों में जो जरूरतमंद छात्र हैं, उनको पीजी से लेकर केजी से लेकर पीजी तक की मुफ्त शिक्षा देंगे।
स्कूलों में तो सबको मुफ्त शिक्षा मिल रही है, जरूरतमंदों को थोड़ी मिल रही है, सबको ही मिल रही है। तो इसका मतलब ये सबको अब मुफ्त शिक्षा बंद करके जरूरतमंदों को देंगे। इसका मतलब लोग इनके नेताओं के घर के चक्कर काटेंगे कि मेरा भी मुफ्त करा दो जी, मेरा भी मुफ्त करा दो जी।
बहुत बड़ा तोहफा देने के लिए आदरणीय अरविंद।
The battle for the national capital is intensifying as the last lap nears. With all parties banking on sops to win votes in Delhi, the freebies frenzy is not ending anytime soon. Bureau Report, India Today.
Chunavi Hindu to Chunavi sops. It's all there when it comes down to the Delhi elections. Let's quickly cut across to our panelists this evening. Charan Singh Sapra, National Spokesperson Congress, and Anmol Panwar, National Spokesperson Aam Aadmi Party, RP Singh, National Spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party. Cutting across to Anmol Panwar first. Mr. Panwar, two questions. Number one, what's the big deal if they've come up with a second, which is the BJP, a second manifesto list, which is offering quite a bit of, they might call it welfare schemes, but quite a bit of bravery, like you have done so as well. So, one doesn't really understand if it's good for you, why isn't it okay for them to do so? And number two, if one is going to quote the Ramayan, one would hope it would be quoted in context.
Preeti ji, the fact is that it's not a Sankalp Patra, it's Vinash Patra. Because the Bharatiya Janata Party is not just a threat to Delhi but to the entire nation. We are glad that they have openly admitted in their first Sankalp Patra that they will close all the Mohalla clinics in Delhi, and today in their second Sankalp Patra they have very categorically admitted that they will close the free education which the Delhi government is providing to 18 lakh students of Delhi. The fact is that their education model in different states, let me show you, 27,000 schools closed in Uttar Pradesh, 5,000 government schools closed in Madhya Pradesh, 1,600 schools closed in Uttarakhand, 3,600 on the verge of closure, 2 lakh textbook not distributed in Uttar Pradesh. Here's the report which says that 90% schools without tap water, 40% without power. 6,600 schools closed in Goa and 50,000 government schools on the verge of closure. So this is their education model. Whatever promises they make, they are aware about the fact that they won't be able to fulfill it.
Okay, so you're saying they're not going to deliver on their promises.
That is why they have not implemented any such schemes.
Okay, Mr. Panwar, what about the charges of now being called, it's Chunavi sops. It's the season for that. What about the charges of being labelled a Chunavi Hindu in the midst of all of this? Misquoting the Ramayana.
रावण के सम्मान में भाजपा मैदान में these chanda chores, chanda chor Bhajpa is upset over the alleged disrespect of their Adarsh Ravan, and the sheer audacity and shamelessness of these BJP leaders is that they consider themselves as Ravan ke vanshaj, as the descendants of Ravan. That is why they are upset about the fact that why did Mr. Arvind Kejriwal insulted him. इसी वजह से वो आज जो है फास्ट कर रहे हैं. And if you look at the incidents in the past, their own deputy CM of Uttar Pradesh, Dinesh Sharma, I'll show you what he said. If you see,
हुआ तो घड़े से हुआ, उस समय टेस्ट ट्यूब का कोई ना कोई प्रोजेक्ट रहा होगा उस प्रकार का जो
he called Mata Sita test tube baby, and their own Rajya Sabha member of parliament from Rajya Sabha, Naresh Bansal.
Okay, but one second, I want to bring in RP Singh, but I want to ask you a question. How does it matter what anyone from the BJP says? The question is about what the former Delhi Chief Minister said, Mr. Panwar. We can keep hearing every part. There are many leaders who say a lot of things.
Deepti
Mr. Panwar, this question's for you. What about
that,
Mr. Kejriwal, who's been allegedly caught misquoting the Ramayana? As per the BJP, it hurts Hindu sentiments.
Preeti ji, it is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal who has respected the sentiments of Hindu religion. That is why he announced this remarkable scheme, Pujari Granthi Samman Yojana, which the Bharatiya Janata Party has never announced in any of their 22 states. They are in power in Madhya Pradesh for last 15 years, in Gujarat for last 30 years.
All right.
They are rattled. The Bharatiya Janata Party is rattled. They don't want to seek votes on the basis of the work.
Singh, the Aam Aadmi Party today, many of its leaders also turned around and said, why are you getting so affronted? Because Ravan was insulted. Ravan came disguised as a deer or a hermit. How does it matter? Because the analogy still remains the same.
Preeti, I don't understand. Why are you defending Aam Aadmi Party today? I mean, you allowed him to
sir, I think I'll tell you what. I'm getting a tad tired of all of this to come in and start attacking the anchor. It's a normal question to ask you. Would you like to answer it? If you think I'm defending the Aam Aadmi Party, you're free to leave the show.
Thank you so much. You allowed him to say whatever he has to say. Please stand by whatever he said, because you allowed him to say.
He's a spokesperson, sir. He's allowed to say what he has to say. And I have to give him that time to say it, like I'm giving you. So please go ahead and say it.
He called out data which are all fake. And then he's doing it on your channel and you're allowing that person. And on the other hand, your channel is running the clip of Mr. Kejriwal misquoting Ramayan. You're saying allegedly so. Then you can hear it for yourself. That did he misquote it or not? But you're saying allegedly so. So there's a little.
Sir, I don't understand. Number one, I said he misquoted the Ramayana. I don't think you heard my question, RP Singh. Let me say it again. The question I asked you, RP Singh, hear my question. The question I asked you is that the Aam Aadmi Party is saying that you are affronted by the insult of Ravan. he comes disguised as a deer, which was wrong in what Arvind Kejriwal says, or he comes disguised as a hermit, which is right as per the Ramayana. The analogy is the same. That's the question, Mr. Singh. You want to take it?
Thank you. I'll appreciate. I'll send you the clip because this program is recorded at my end also. I'll send you the clip where you said allegedly Mr. Kejriwal said so. I have good ears and I have a good memory also. But the issue is coming to your subject. He's misquoting Ramayan. There's no. I mean, is there anything which anyone who can deny that he's not misquoting Ramayan? He's surely misquoting Ramayan, and he's saying that it was Ravana who came as a deer, who came as a golden deer. Whereas everyone knows that it was Marish who came as a golden deer. So this complete episode was a turning point in the Ramayana and the Indian mythology that made Rama because of this. What happened? Two instances, 14 years of his Vanvas, and then also this instance where Mata Sita is abducted by Ravana. But you are totally misinformed. This shows that you are misinformed. You don't know the history. You have never been to Ramlila in your childhood. Any child in Delhi or any child countrywide or worldwide who has watched Ramlila in his childhood will never misquote. So this shows that you are only a fake. You only try to do fakery. On religion also you try to do fakery. You don't know anything about religion also. You don't know anything about mythology also. That's the objection. Not what happened in Ramayana. Issue is that he claims himself to be Hindu, and then he is caught doing fakery. I mean, he's caught on a wrong footing, and then it's a complete fakery on being a Hindu. So let people of Delhi decide that you want a fake Hindu or you want a real Hindus. Let people of Delhi decide on it. And as for my friend talking about schools and everything, there are 1,053 schools in Delhi, out of which 747 schools don't have a science teacher. Don't have a science teacher. I mean, what are you talking about? He's talking about schools. There are more than 1.5 lakh children which are dropped out every year because they want to improve the result of 10th and 12th. 11th and 9th class students are dropped out because they have to improve the result of 10th and 12th. This is the status of Delhi schools. Please go through Justice Manmohan's observation on Delhi school. He says that they're in pathetic conditions. I mean, I'll send you the cutting. It's April 2024, where in an observation where he has sent an advocate to do a ground check, and on that ground check he says it's shocking that this is the state of Delhi schools, where schools are run in 10 sheds. There are more than 124 children in a class. So he's talking about schools. What role model they are talking about, and top of it saying that we are the schools, and he was talking about giving some dose to the priest and the bhai sahibs and the granthis in the gurdwaras. Please do it backward. I mean, do it. They started giving to Maulanas and the imams of Delhi. I mean, 10 years back you started paying them. Now because election is ahead, so you're announcing it.
All right, I want to bring in Charan Singh Sapra. You know, Charan Singh Sapra, the point is, being called a Chunavi Hindu, especially in the Delhi election, is not actually even a problem for the Congress, and that's the allegation of appeasement politics. Because the word is that the Congress is in it for the minority vote, and if it takes away a sizable chunk, that's a big dent to the Aam Aadmi Party. Charan Singh Sapra, that question's for you, sir. Okay, we seem to have lost Charan Singh Sapra. We're going to try and reconnect on that account. I want to bring in Mr. Panwar back into the conversation, and hopefully we'll have Charan Singh Sapra from the Congress there. Mr. Panwar, the allegation by R.P. Singh and the question that I asked you, which I don't think as usual R.P. Singh heard, was the sheer fact of misquoting the Ramayana, where you are looking to pander to a certain vote, which you said that you are the true Hindus, you're giving, an X amount of money if you come to power to the temple priests. But ultimately, the question is not about misquoting the Ramayana or honoring Ravan or taking an affront that Ravan was insulted. The question, Mr. Panwar, is that you don't even know what true Hindu mythology is actually...
Preeti ji, it is only the Delhi government and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal who has been working on the avdharna of Ram Rajya. That is why we are ensuring that the people of Delhi gets free world-class education, free 24/7 electricity, free healthcare facilities. Their basic needs are taken care of. And this is what an ideal Ram Rajya should look like. But on the other hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party, instead of showcasing the work which they have done in last 10 years, and instead of showing to the people that they have governments in more than 22 states, what have they done for the last 10 years, 15 years in those states, whether they have implemented these schemes in those states as well. They want to ask votes ke bhai Ravan ka apman kar diya. That Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has disrespected Ravan.
No, but one second. Mr. Panwar, it's not about Ravan ka apman kar diya. It's about aapko to pata hi nahi Ramayan ki katha kya hai bhai. That is the question.
कभी रामलीला में गए हो तो पता हो ना.
Sir, allow him to talk. Allow the same courtesy that you were extended. Go ahead, Mr. Panwar. Make your point.
Preeti ji, Mr. Kejriwal very categorically said that yesterday, whatever he said that, whatever he spoke in the rally, I mean, the Bharatiya Janata Party now wants to seek votes on that basis instead of showcasing their work. I mean, would the people of Delhi
Mr. Panwar, I'll tell you what.
Step?
What is the big deal to admit? What is the big deal? Mr. Panwar, the fact is, what is the big deal to admit that, it was a mistake, you misquoted the Ramayan? What's the big deal in all of that? Your analogy is correct.
See, like I said, that it is only Arvind Kejriwal ji who truly believes in the ideals of Ramayan, and that is why he is working tirelessly to make Ram Rajya in Delhi.
All right,
that is why he is working on all the sectors.
All right. I guess, I think it's a political compulsion to never admit to mistakes, Mr. Panwar, but that's fine. RP Singh, I want to bring you in back into the... we have Charan Singh Sapra back with us. Mr. Charan Singh Sapra, the question that I asked you earlier, this is really not even, a problem or an issue for the Congress party, because especially when this election comes into play, you're only charged of appeasement politics, hoping to draw the minority vote away from the Aam Aadmi party, where the question of Chunavi Hindu doesn't even arise.
It's freezed again.
Can you hear me, sir? All right, we're having there is a network issue with Charan Singh Sapra. Third time we tried to go to him. Okay, RP Singh, the question that I asked you earlier. I'm sure you have watched the Ramayan, if you have, because you were speaking so passionately about it. Because Ravan did disguise himself not as a deer, but as a hermit. But the analogy that Mr. Kejriwal was trying to make remains the same. So why go out on a limb to defend Ravan is what the Aam Aadmi party is saying.
Who's defending Ravana? I mean, we know who's Ravana in Delhi. Who's defending Ravana? But issue is, we know. Let me show you the real. You want to see the real Ravana? This is the real Ravana in Delhi. This is what Ravana is in Delhi today. I mean, whenever Mr. Kejriwal goes anywhere, everyone is reminded of a bottle of liquor. I mean, and the scam which has been done. But issue is that Mr. Panwar was talking about what they have done. He was talking about water. He was talking about roads and all. I mean, on your channel. He has admitted to one of your colleagues that yes, I couldn't give tap water, good tap water to citizens of Delhi. I'll do it in the next 5 years. And then he said that he couldn't fill in the potholes in Delhi. The roads are full of potholes in Delhi. He admitted on your channel. And third thing which he admitted was, yes, I couldn't clean Yamuna. I mean, what sort of Hindu he is that he is admitting that 10 years I couldn't clean Yamuna. So this is the state of affairs. I mean, he can keep coming and speaking whatever falsehood they have to speak and keep chest thumping about whatever falsehood they have to speak or fakery they have to commit. But fact is that man has miserably failed on each and every account, whether it's schools, whether it's mohalla clinic, whether it's health, whether it's roads, whether it's education, whether it's basic civic amenities like good air or seepage free or sewerage free city. But he has failed on every front. So now he is trying to talk about Hinduism. He is trying to target Hindu votes. And in that also, he is misquoting mythology. That's the problem.
But Mr. R.P. Singh, why does it make the BJP so uncomfortable if somebody is trying to vie for the Hindu vote bank?
No. We are not concerned. I told you, people of Delhi know who's the original and who's the carbon copy. Poor carbon copy, not carbon copy. The poor carbon copy. You go to a grocery shop, they give you a carbon sheet. I mean, they give you a paper which is in a poor carbon sheet, which you can't read. Only the grocery shop owner can read it. So this is the state of the affair of the Aam Aadmi Party also. People of Delhi very well knows who's original and who's carbon, because people who used to say, "Meri nani ne kaha hai ki wahan par masjid nahi banani." Batla House, we remember what he all said about the Batla House, and what he said about that SHO, the police inspector, was killed by the terrorists in the Batla House. So everyone is in Delhi knows who's the real Hindu and who's the carbon and who's the poor carbon copy.
All right, Mr. Panwar, right now, currently, where the politics and the narrative and the campaign stands, it's seemingly a little bit of a worry for the Aam Aadmi Party, especially what the BJP alleges, that you're not getting the Muslim vote entirely like you got in 2020, some of it, or a fraction of it, that's all debatable, is splitting and going to the Congress. Therefore, this huge push to get a huge chunk of the Hindu vote.
Preeti ji, you have covered the Aam Aadmi Party also. We have never practiced politics of religion, Hindu, Muslim, Jati, Dharm. ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का काम है. We have always sought vote on the basis of the work which we have done, whether we have delivered it or not. In 2015 and 2020, our leader said that if I have worked for you, if I have fulfilled my promises, then you must vote for me.
Mr. Panwar, I want to bring in, because I'm running out of time, I want to bring in Charan Singh Sapra. We've been trying to connect to him for the last 4 times. Mr. Sapra, to bring you in all of this, because the political narrative is right now, of course, about Chunavi sops and Chunavi Hindu. Seemingly, it's not really a problem where the Congress is concerned, because the allegations or political allegations coming in from the BJP as well as the Aam Aadmi Party is that you are looking to corner a huge chunk of the minority vote bank, which was with the Aam Aadmi Party at one point of time, therefore damaging the Aam Aadmi Party's prospects.
Let me make it clear that both BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, both are failures and both are liars as far as Delhi is concerned. Why I'm saying both? Because a part of Delhi, like some portfolios are controlled by the central government, like law and order, external affairs, finance, etc., etc. Now, both these parties, they are not ready to talk on the development plank. There is a sort of political bankruptcy in both the parties, Aam Aadmi Party and BJP. They don't want to discuss the issue of the people. They just want to talk about Ramayana, Hindu, Muslim. Yesterday they were discussing Rohingyas. BJP took a press conference on Rohingyas. They don't want to talk on rising inflation. They don't want to talk on the rising unemployment, the rising pollution in Delhi, where Arvind Kejriwal has promised कि हम pollution कम करेंगे. It crosses 900, the air pollution. And the Yamuna pollution, where Kejriwal had said कि हम यमुना को थीम नदी बना देंगे लंदन की. तो क्या हुआ थीम्स नदी का? Today he is apologizing. He had said हर नल में जल. Today he is apologizing. So same is with BJP. Law and order with BJP. But there are more than 1 lakh cases in
Mr. Sapra, I'm going to cut you short, sir, because I don't have time. I've run
30,000 cases of...
Sir, we have to close the show. I apologize. We were trying to get you in time, but there seemed to be a network issue. Thank you for both our other guests for joining us. Viewers, it's only the beginning. There's going to be 2 weeks now of straight politicking, and it's going to get down and dirty.